Hello everyone and welcome. Today I plan to continue working on the F250. This being my first video, this is my 1989 F250, a compound turbo Cummins swap. Been working on this truck for quite a few years now. It's gone through a few different revisions, and hopefully this being its last revision. One of the major changes in this revision is went ahead and ditched the leaf springs. Went to a 4-link king coilover setup, Dana 60 front axle. So hopefully this thing should be riding a lot nicer than it used to. So order of today, I would like to get the exhaust finished. So far, out of our primary turbo, which is an HT3B, we have our downpipe. Decided to add the remote mount pack brake. This is a 5-inch exhaust brake. I think this is actually off like a Caterpillar diesel or something like that, but it's 5-inch, so went V-bands 5-inch all the way back. I have the bed on here just for fitment reasons. V-band right there over the axle pipe and coming out here. Yesterday I got this pipe all finished up, welded, hangers on, and I'm basically out to here. I don't plan on leaving it sticking out here. So what we're gonna do is cut the tip part of it off and this kind of monkey welded thing in, and we'll get this much better aligned. Alright, we got the exhaust out, and I think what we're gonna do, probably cut this wedge out. It needs to be brought back as well as kicked back this direction. This all exhaust was part of a different revision. You can see here we got the dual mounts on, help it from twisting, and we have kind of a flat patch that clears the gooseneck hitch. Goes down to the V-band. Decided to V-band this entire exhaust just because I had a lot of leaks with those old flat style bands. So we'll see how these work out. Next up, get this cut and get this fit. Alright, all cut up. While I was under there, I marked this mount I usually put a little kink in it, and then that way when it lays against the pipe, it's nice, kind of rounded. We'll cut it off when we get there, but next we'll get this mounted back in the truck. We'll mark this mount where to cut it, and at the same time we'll start lining up the tip. See you back here shortly. Alright, I'll do a quick show where we're at. We got V-band on. You can tell this was one of the mounts that we just bent up earlier. You can see, put a little bend in them, kind of wraps around just a little bit, and then I'll end up cutting it off right there. These mounts I got from Summit Racing. They're super cheap, super strong. I had different mounts last time and they were kind of cheesy. Didn't work out very well, so you can follow the exhaust back over the axle. That's kind of what the mount will end up looking like. But yeah, let's go check out the other end. Alright, here's our piece we just cut off. 7-inch tip. I actually kind of wish it could go a little smaller, to be honest with you. But the hope is to get this start to looking kind of normal-ish. I think we're going to have to cut this back quite a bit to get that in there. So the idea is to kind of be flush-ish with it. But yeah, kind of depend on what we got going on. So I'll take some measurements and we'll probably make another cut. What really sucks is I'm gonna end up cutting the exhaust side of it, which means we pull it in and out again. So I'll take some measurements, we'll make a cut, and we'll see where we're at. Alright, small change of plans. Originally I was going to cut this 2 inches off to make this butt up, but since this is 5-inch OD, so basically a 5-inch tube slips into here, figure what was going to be easier is to lop the entire OD off this, and we'll basically weld a straight piece on there. This is longer than the 2 inches if I were to cut 2 inches off, so our tip will slide over the top of this and allow a little bit of adjustment. I was trying to like kind of butt weld everything, but this should work out a bit easier for getting the tip aligned exactly where I want it. So go ahead and we'll tack this on and get it back on the truck again and see if we can get the tip aligned. We got the little extension tacked on there, and if this goes right, it should slip over that, which it does. The idea behind it was to give us some adjustability on how we set this. What we can do is kind of play with this a little bit and get it somewhat lined up. I think I want it sticking out a little bit, but you see, we didn't need very much. And we have Walter. Alright, back installed. Got the exhaust slipped over that. Very glad I decided to do a slip joint for adjustability. Sometimes once you get things installed and put on, they look a little different than you expected. If we just cut it off, wouldn't have the adjustability. So I think that'll work. I like it. Might have a jack hold it up a little before we tack it, but yeah, so I'll go ahead and get this tacked on. We'll make a mark for cutting that mount over there. While it's out, we will actually, before, yeah, since it's installed, I'll mark that mount, cut it, we'll tack the mount and the tip at the same time, finish weld everything, and the exhaust will be done. Alright, see you back. Alright, bunch of welding. She is all welded up. Not the best TIG welds in the world, but they do for my job. They might work. They work. V-band went ahead and welded up that hanger, so that one is completely done. We have a double hanger there, and the tip should be all in. I like to try to make as many tacks on the truck or whatever you're trying to hold, just so when you go to finish weld it, it doesn't move too much on you. Can't always do that, but it does help. So I'm gonna get this bolted back on, and what you've seen me do a couple of times, it should be completed after this point. Yeah, so I'll bring you back as soon as I get it on. Exhaust is back on. All the mounts are done. So that about wraps it up for this one. Exhaust is complete. All new V-bands here. Got our very stout mount for our exhaust brake there. Comes straight under. Straight to our solid V-band and mount there. Runs over the axle pipe there. Comes down to a double hanger back there, just to keep some of it from twisting. Originally was thinking about adding a mount here in the corner, but I don't know. This thing is solid. I'm happy with it. Good spacing here. This bed's a little dented, so that might tighten up a little bit. I wanted the exhaust to stick out a hair more than it used to. I used to have it kind of flush, and it ended up blackening the side of the truck, so thought I'd stick it out a little bit, but not too much where it looked obnoxious. Although, I guess when you have 7-inch exhaust, kind of obnoxious anyway. But came out nice, clean, flat. Very happy with it. So that concludes this portion of the F250 truck build. If you guys want to see more, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. This is going to be my first video, so please leave comments. Let me know what you guys think, what I should improve, what I should change. Like to continue showing you guys this entire build. It's been an awesome truck for me. Like I said, it's been through a lot of revisions. We'll have to go over all of the 4-link stuff. Obviously, Cummins swap, compound turbos. I have milled the intake off, built a complete custom intake box. This time we went ahead and did stainless fuel lines and run back. Redid all of the air dog setup, fuel tank, lots and lots to come. So you guys want to see more, please let me know. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.